right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota, and you are watching the TPN TV in Radio Network coming to you from the United States of America. All right, today we get so many things for discuss, and I just want for make sure if you do watch we any sign, please, I want for make you be part of this conversation because it's very important. Let me make sure. This conversation is very important. I want for make the people where they watch for make they interact with me and able maybe my own opinion will be biased. You get your opinion, not so. So when we put the opinions together, probably we will able come to a common ground and find a better way how we get for deal with some of them situations here where they happen in our country. And as we now all know, we know say the way Sierra Leone done it today is very toxic when it comes to politics. Everything will be politicized. Okay, George Owell, thank you very much for tuning in, and Cheryl Omotunde Blyden, thank you very much for tuning in too. No, listen, this got to do with this particular wonderful woman where na the Auditor-General na salon, and in suspension. This now something we don't discuss as so much since the day before yesterday when this thing happened up to today. So I want for me to sit down and look at the things that we go able for get from this and able for see whether this type of actions where we government they take. Yes, Mr. Abdul. Welcome. Let we take out this type of actions then where we government they take, whether now actions then where they help the very government itself and the people of Sierra Leone, or these are actions where they destroy the very fabric of our society. Because one thing where we lack na salon, and I want for make we all understand this. One thing where we lack na salon today, sincere people. We got a lot of politicians and also, but we not get sincere people. Where would they na them position? And now one people then way then sincere we hold public offices. But the reason that one the way is him, the country they go from bad to worst. Before then they kind of power, they get all the ideas, them the good ideas, and then get everything. But when they kind of power, what then they do now for their own benefit, not for their own selfish interest, now they do no more. So it's very difficult for now we get people that way sincere, way take them job as something way now obligatory things for the benefit of society. Just few days ago, Lara Taylor Pierce, way na in at the Auditor-General. Una understand, una know this woman. This woman, not today, it be Auditor-General. If you now remember, now during the time of Ernest by Koroma, where a lot of people, let me just try for see if I go able share the link to other groups them, so then go able for join we and watch what they gonna. Let me see quickly. Okay, sorry. So now woman where we know say not today it starts in well yeah I need for that so. Not today it starts for audits, government and as alone. Since the time of Ernest by Koroma, I remember vividly, every year when this woman they pull out in audit, you get certain members na the government were probably implicated by the report where this woman they produce, and then they go after this woman. Then they chastise them, then they criticize them, then they even try for destroying in repetition. This is not something where they go on for a very long time, right? And Madabio, President Madabio, come. The first thing where President Madabio come, now I think three things were the most important thing. He said he can't fight corruption. He can't for make sure say in government is accountable to the people. Okay. Then now he say he want for shut down the leakages. These are the three things the way Madabio say now in priorities them. First. All right. With that, the funny thing here is during the time of the APC, when some of the APC members, not all, because some of we not been there panda chastisement at all for this woman. In fact, some of we been it actually for defend them during the time of the APC when they report they come. But during that time, you know where they been they hail this woman? I don't need to tell you. The SLPP folks. These were the people. In fact, I guess a lot of SLPP members, them friends, where been tell me say Mr. Mankota, because I think they are not been getting a doctorate. Mr. Mankota, this woman, now the most sincere and professional auditor who don't ever get. The woman is very, very thorough. Yes, you know me say you know they make mistake, but if they do in level best, but you know they not bias. This we are the SLPP. Today, this same SLPP who have been hail this woman are now turning and say this woman this woman that. Ladies and gentlemen, waiting change. This is the question I want for now we discuss today. Una way they watch, and we way they talk. Now we discuss. Let me just put this thing and make sure. Now we discuss what things actually change. Oh no. If this woman, the SLPP being taken as the most reputable Auditor-General we don't ever get, at that time, what thing actually change? Okay, got it. The only thing where I believe saying in change on this is listen. Now the government now in change, not to the woman change, because the woman is still they do what they do before the SLPP can have power. Now the government now in change, and because the government's change, the perception of the SLPP towards this woman also change. Because now the SLPP are on the hot seat. This is where the hypocrisy then now we politics. The hypocrisy is just too much. Because just imagine somebody where you don't praise for the past 7 years, you praise this person, say, now a very reputable person way sincere, person way do in job thoroughly. Then because you can have power now, this woman is now trying to audit you. The woman now become the monster. This bad person, this bad woman. If they do this, if they do that. When I see how the politics na salon don't be now. So this sincerely tell we say salon politics don't get nothing to do with going forward. To be honest with you, salon politics they don't get nothing to do with trying for improve the lives of people. We are not about that. We are about individual relationships and tribalism, sectionalism, regionalism. This is pathetic and this is unfortunate because when you, as a Sierra Leonean, every time a new government can have power, you get for grumble. This government not do this so. This government not do that so. Then the next time you change this government. The one way they can put the same thing. This government not do this so. This government not do that so. It is time for make you ask yourself, is it the government that is the problem? Or me, where they actually support them government here, na the problem. Now this Sierra Leoneans supposed for ask themselves. We talk about corruption. Remember the time when an Escoma been in a power, not so. Most of the people the way they talk about the corruption of the APC-led government at that time, now the SLPP. Few of the APC, at least they try for point out them bad practices and but majority of the APC they defend the government because to them it is obligatory for defend your party no matter what's not the circumstance. And when people then get this perception, this mentality for say I have to defend my party no matter what's not the circumstance, you know what's not the casualties. at the very country where you think say now you dey try for defend, at the very country. And now it happen so. This woman was defended so many times by the SLPP, and now they are calling the woman a monster, a biased person, a this or that. Well, what actually happened? Why this woman is suspended? We're going to talk about this in many angles. Okay, but let's start with why this woman was suspended. We not get the actual. Yes, Kamala Augustine. You can just go na the text way I sent to Una, the commentators them. Just use that text there. You can join. So the question now we I want for let we try for discuss, and if we get the time for answer them, we'll go able to answer them is why this woman was suspended by the Attorney General, ordered by the government. Aisha, I did radio, the program. Why? This is the question now we will need for answer. Okay? Well, we not get how you call them? We not get the actual fact, but I believe say there was a report where this woman and in team don't compile based on the information, the limited information we will get. They don't compile this report. The one for release you know, when the Auditor-General, the way they call the report, sometimes it can send a copy to the government, because at the end of the day, now the government now the president now appoints the Auditor-General. So yeah, even though the Auditor-General is supposed to be independent, but in function, supposed to collaborate with the well, not in terms of audit, but when you don't know the audit, you get for send the results to the government first, the government review them. You know what I mean? Say, then get for first time for make a change. Well, that was exactly now the thing where I believe say based on waiting we hearing now in probably now intrigue at this suspension, because according to what we hearing, they say some items in this report were very, very devastating for many government officials, especially the president and the first lady. And the president's no wants for make this report is released like the way it is so. So there needs some changes. This is a story we will get. Okay, it could be wrong, it could be right, but I'm just telling you what we got. Okay, so this is the tussle between the government and the Auditor-General. And the Auditor-General. And the Auditor-General, no one for dual, no one for tamper with the reports. And say that make the order in suspension. To me, if this is exactly what they're talking about true, now a cover-up. To be honest with you, this is a blatant cover-up. Because why, first of all, the president they go interfere from the auditor's report? Why? Why the president the good one? You know, if this is the president who have been tell we say, oh, one of in you know, a flag, you know, model is transparency, accountability. Why they go interfere with this report? I don't know. I don't know why, but this is very, very terrible for President Bio. We have to be sincere here. Very, very terrible, because if you as a president, where they tout about how accountability, transparency, and fight against corruption is your flag model, political model, and now First, you are allegedly implicated in a report. This is not the first person where they implicate. During the time of the APC government, a lot of government officials were implicated, right? But then they go interfere and say you need to change this or else will they fire you. In fact, this woman don't implicate the APC government so much than it implicates the SLPP. So what are the fear where this government get where warrant for go suspend this woman? Well, I know some people that are coming with an excuse. Oh, this not got nothing to do with the report. Come on, guys. Come on. No, face the fact. This is very, very simple to understand. No, just face the fact. This has everything to do with a Coverup. Well, why President Bio no wait for make this woman release this report before he suspend her? If you don't get nothing to do with a Coverup, why? Why? Because say the report is going to destroy the reputation of somebody where they tout all over the international. Oh God. The international. Okay, guys. My wife they try for reach me. Asha, I don't know the word call. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It left to you. That's fine. That's fine. So, sorry guys. My wife now they try to reach me up. All right. If this president where they talk saying a main political flag where they go around the international community all over the country is accountability, fighting corruption, and this that. And now a report will come out about young government, and for make them release this report. It go to the extent for go suspend somebody where them in the praise, including Madabio. Madabio been the praise this woman. Madabio during the time of the APC, all they been praise this woman. What them they comment on the report in 2000 during the time of Anas by Koroma. Now, this is your president. Somebody where they tell us say he want for fight corruption. How are you able to fight corruption when you are corrupt, or even the instrument where you're supposed to use for fight corruption, the instrument and they block the instrument and they. I don't think say they're ready for fight corruption. I don't think say the SLPP ready for fight corruption. So let us face the fact the SLPP are not ready to fight corruption. Unfortunately, we got some people out there where they defend the indefensible. Then they go on social media, try to forget all excuses. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me go to the comment first, and let's start with who is this? Oh, Ibrahim Fofana, my brother, you will be able to get Mustafa while on this forum. Keep up the good work. I don't know. I don't know. You don't tell where I talk to Mustafa. Hopefully, it's very important for let Mustafa come. Because this was the person who been they defend the SLPP so much. One of the people that will be they defend the SLPP so much. And now it disappeared because you know what? One of the problems so gonna salon my brother is the fact that they see somebody they talk, bring all kind of good things then. The moment in party or in person gain a power, it's set much. Especially they talk about things the way that the wrong thing the way in party they make that country. So I don't know. Mustafa is a friend to me, but I don't know whether I don't tell where me in talk anyway. Hopefully I go bring and come if it go agree for come. But that's like good question. Now let we go to August. Oh, okay, Augustine. I've been already tell you why they join the 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 um the program. I've been also send una the commentators them. You know, say every Saturday they send the link to now. Now we go to Abdul Kamara. Because Mrs. Taylor Pierce audit reports reveal corruption practice in the Ministry of Defense, Police, Education, and Agriculture. We not see the report yet, but this is exactly now in what they say. Now some of them then tia they na that report there. And secondly, with the say then tia this report also implicate the first lady in office and probably the president, because the first lady in office, they under the president. Now, if this president is willing and sincere for fight corruption, these are the people these are the reports where he want for make them come on at the public. So he will able to hold accountable in your own government officials where they corrupt. But when a president they try for shield in government officials the way they call corruption and go out there, he say they fight corruption. Imagine majority of the people them where this government put in the commission of inquiry were APC members. Majority. You understand? The EU will give money for this commission of inquiry. Then for start for good look. When you see the EU don't begin come out, those are seasoned diplomats. You go see a diplomat just they come now somebody in country, they talk them country if see say instead don't frustrate behind the scenes on time they don't can see him. This president and this government not willing for fight corruption. Now that make the EU now they come out publicly and try for give their own opinion. It's very, very bad. Very, very bad. Thank you, Mr. Abdul Kamara. Now, okay. And Abdul Kamara said, she further told anti-corruption to conduct an immediate forensic investigation. Lara insisted there is no way she couldn't present a fake report double standard. Okay. I don't know about that, but I hear say this not just rumor. Me not see the documented, but then say during the time of the audit, the president in office give some fake receipts for the president in travel. This is what I'm hearing, and I did take them with a pinch of salt, so I don't know, but the actions of the president actually give people like we so we want to be fair to them for make we just take them here as we see them. Because me a very, very suspicious person, But I they look at the action and looking at the information where they come and try for compare, it look like there is a match. I not say they are true, but there is a match right there. They see the linkage, So thank you very much, Mr. Abdul, again. Now we go to Lucretia Ban. The government already injected fear on the people, so they don't know their rights. I partially agree with you, Lucretia. But not to everybody in Sierra Leone way get fear. You know that's right. Like I said in my monologue, the problem where I get with we the Sierra Leoneans then, we party them so high than the we they put we party them above the country, and we are willing for destroy with credibility for save somebody where not they work on the interest of the party. That is our problem, and this is what we need to change. If we're not able to change this, then there is always going to be a problem, my sister. This is the problem we will get. Let we take we party seriously, but there is always a level where let the country do like this. Our party is like way below here. Then maybe ourselves is down below our party. But when we take the party and put her above the country, now in the cause, we always they produce bad politicians them. And at the end of the day, now we self they begin grumble. Oh, the country is hard. Look, some people now then they sell less for 500,000. 500,000 Leone's for one bag rest, 180 cups. You know them small cup there. We all come on as alone. We know them cups then them but a cup there. Some of them they're very flats. Anyway, 500,000. How many people in that country there where they work 500,000 Leone's a month? That's too many people. Even at 1 million. If you don't take 500,000 already from you, 1 million where they work, and every day where they go work, you get for paid transport. Just imagine, you get for paid transport. Go back and forth for 30 days. If not 30 days they work, or if whatever time where they work, 20 days or so. Just imagine. Imagine. So we are always producing the wrong people, then with the grumble after we don't produce the wrong people then they. So the problem is on us. We get for change. Whenever, like the SLPP, so I expect the SLPP folks, we've been they praise this woman, we've been they hail this woman for come out and say, you know what? This woman, no matter what, now woman way I been like, now woman way been they do the right thing. So what's happen? Not just come because now SLPP now get the hit. So you ignore all the things that we don't talk. That's bad. Now, Lucretia also saying all of the staff in the Auditor-General office should have come out and strike. Enough is enough. My sister, the problem here is that's alone to talk about. If now America or any side of the world, like the Western world, they go say that's feasible. But now alone. Some people then work they then depend on. Then get picking them. Then get that picking them. Then get for go school. Then get so many things them for do. If you go strike, then go sack them. Who say get forget money for take care of the picking? So I think it is better for make them stay calm and silent for now. If what I want for make them they do, let them go they leak some of them here, especially things the way they know say this is wrong. Leak them thing in there. Send them to Dr. Mankota, send them to anybody, any other person when a credible journalist, send them to them, make them publish them, make them take a look at them. Make sure say now the correct thing now and then publish them. But you go tin up your old placard, you begin the protest. As you come out the protest no more, you dey meet later now your table say your service is no longer needed. What you get for do? So we understand their silence. So now we go to George Orwell. George Orwell say Bio thinks it is MCC which is controlled by his boys and girls who give whatever dollar that favored them to get a passing mark to fool the international community. Mrs. Lara will never succumb to his tyranny or bullying. She is there to work for the people of Sierra Leone, not him. Bio. Okay. I agree with you, George. I totally agree with you. When you look at people like Mrs. Lara Taylor Pierce in Caliber, if we get 100 of them people, then they in different positions, where they try for use biasness. Now what then they do the level best for do their job. I think Sierra Leone will be a better place than the way it did today. So, but these are some of the people who will destroy. Anybody when a good person, bad politician, and they try for destroy them people, then they because now a threat for them. Now this woman here. Now Lucretia say, Mother B wanted to sack her long time ago since the first report came and Fatima's name was involved. Just listen to the way he answered Umar. Oh yeah, we know about that. We know about that. Definitely, we know saying Mother B. You see, you know what worries me more about this particular stuff, ladies and gentlemen. For somebody We don't fight for over 20, I think 21 or 22 years. Because he passionately believes him, he will able to change the condition of people in Salon to the better. Because this was, now this has been the portray to the people. And I believe same, probably now the things where he been believed in. I'm talking about Madabio. For this person, where they always, Madabio don't come on the program 2 times before he became president. This program, Madabio don't come on 2 times. You know, and I know what he tell me. We'll get the recording. Not to TV, now only radio. We'll get the recording. I still keep the recording. You know. So for see this person, we don't work very hard for 20 years. They even get employment. He focus on this. God can get this. And not able to make any difference in the lives of people to the better. It baffles me. It really baffles me. I don't really understand. Why? Maybe you get the opportunity for change that country there. And secondly, now the only person this in the history of Sierra Leone, where at least it will not be head of state first, even though that 3 months, before now, then can elect him. At least that 3 months they make it for being don't use that one day, and the 20 years where they observe and try for study the problems of the country. To be honest with you, Madabio know the problems of the country. He know. Always he talk about the problems of the country. Madabio is correct. One of the biggest problems is corruption. Now in the handicap the country. He know. The only problem he gets is he not get the capability, the ability, the leadership for make it able implement some of them for resolve them problems indeed. Now, and that's not the problem we get. You know exactly the problem. Well, that's now a first step. When you know the problem, then you go able to find a solution. Now that and the Madabio fail for find the solution. Now we go to Peter Dauda, one of our favorite viewers. What do you think about the blinding factor? When they come to blinding factor, I think was it last a week and 2 weeks ago. I bring Blyden, Dr. Blyden. So now we focus on the Air Force. I don't say you want for distract me. You want for distract me, Peter. I know we go no side. We talk about Madabio. Hi. Now, Lucretia Ban says, come out and Fatima Bio was there. Listen to the way Madabio answered Omar Fofana about the Lara. I know get that interview date. I not get them. So hopefully I will get her after the program. I will try to find them. I don't know exactly what Madabio say to Omar Fofana. Now, Ibrahim Kamara say because the annual report is coming out, that's why they try to quickly fire her. But yeah, even if not to the people that the defense not to in the reason. To me, and every Sierra Leonean, when a reasonable Sierra Leonean, we sincere, we get patriotic mind, they gonna say now because the report is coming out. Because otherwise, waiting me fire. And the worst thing here is, ladies and gentlemen, is that okay, then give the letter to this woman based on what we understand. They not even tell her whose crime we commit. They don't tell her. They not tell her whose crime we commit at all. So how they go well and call say, okay, now we suspend you indefinitely. We try for form a tribunal. We get for investigate you. Able. I feel say the first way you get for do, you try for set up this tribunal, then you suspend the person. The reason what to make you suspend the person, you know one for making interfere with the tribunal where it did not imposition. But first the tribunal not form it, then you suspend the person not even know what to make you suspend them. Only a pauper person now in the come now this TV they tell you say he right. But any reasonable Sierra Leonean will tell you say no, come on, this not make sense at all. But hey, we got people that will get for defend. Anyway, now let we go to Lucretia again. Mother thinks he is smart. He took action before the reports will be out, so that they can change it. I believe say this woman get a copy of that result there. I believe so. Maybe it not go leak and it's not supposed for leak them because that they try for things in repetition. So the advice I let not even leak them. Okay. So I believe say you get the original copy. So if you then change them, this will then call come out. If it will ever come out, the woman go know, and the ASL folks are then going to say something is wrong, something is changed here. And at the turn around and the lower level, the junior staff them, then go leak the original for make we the public compare and confirm say yes, not to for say this woman don't do something bad now because a report is coming out will implicate the president and in government officials. If they change it, who will ever do it for the government will be in trouble. Oh yeah, definitely. Now a big cover up that one day. If the government change, if the president change, or whoever did it right now, the president authorized them for make it change, that person they should go to jail. And democracy. I've been saying the president should be impeached. But hey, would I get for impeach the president? The parliament. Do we have any parliament today? Yeah, we get a parliament, but a rubber stamp parliament, not so. So that not will be possible. Okay? If it not going to be possible, would they urge the Sierra Leonean people 2023, let we impeach the president? We have to do it. We have to do it. And now, I want to talk about something very, very critical. The same topic, but a little bit different. We say there is some kind of a debate where they go on at the TPN forum. Mrs. Michael Basita, he pull out a write-up. Mrs. Michael Basita, now a lawyer, we all know that's right. He pull out a write-up where either misunderstood or deliberately been construed. Okay. He said the suspension is illegal. I don't know if I were able get on. Let me just say if I were able pull on the TP and I don't know what the TP and something with something that then put something there. By the time we think yeah, I know get time for go through the WhatsApp and try for pull on. But I just try for paraphrase. The problem what I get with the way people that they construed in post is Basita was talking about removal, a clause that the Constitution have for remove the Auditor-General, a clause. And because of this, a lot of people then say, in fact, this suspension is illegal. In as much as I totally 100% they against this suspension because to me, now a cover-up. Now a cover-up. If there was nothing where we know say maybe a report not they come and anything, then suspend this woman. Okay, I've been saying yeah. But because there is something already pending, and now it's an immediate suspension, it give away this suspicious in a cover-up. However, I don't think say it illegal for suspend this woman. And the people then where they use Basita in write-up for use and for this suspension, I think they are misplaced. Because a removal or fire, whatever you call them, or termination, whatever you define them, and a suspension, now two different things. Now two different things. So now that make now the TP have been discussed with one person. Now I say, if this is what Basita mean, when I read the post, there is nothing like suspension. It has to do with removal, firing. So if this is what Basita was talking about, and he jumped the gun, because definitely this is not a termination yet, even though they say indefinite. Well, indefinite suspension just means there is no specific date for end the suspension. So it left to the government or the Auditor-General for make determine whether the suspension is going to be lifted, and the woman go back for go work in position or whatever. But for the fact that it is just a suspension, I don't think say that removal clause apply. I am not a lawyer. I did talk this with a limited understanding. So I want to make it very clear to people. Maybe there are people where they watch we legally minded, now luminaries them. Then go able for enlighten me for saying no, suspension and removal means the same. But as long as English language is concerned, these are two different things. And look, the meaning of blur, but you see a complete difference there. A suspension is the temporary halting of something from continuing. A temporary, that's like the key word. A temporary halting of something from continuing. While a removal or termination is that person will never come back. Now firing, I think that the easiest language and the way we understand. Firing. When they fire you, that means say your contract stop. No more. When they pay you again, not everything stops. You are no longer a member of that office. Now in that termination, okay, or firing. But suspension, you are still an employee of that office. So the question where I've been asked, where nobody know able to tell me, when they suspend this woman, because we get what we get administrative leave, right? That's not just a diplomatic way for CS they suspend you. Administrative leave, that's what they call them. When they suspend this woman, then we still continue for pay in salary and all in benefits. Nobody not able to tell me it. So una way they watch probably una go able for tell me whether that's the case or not. That's the thing where I disagree with a lot of people, the way they say this suspension is illegal because there's a clause where we talk about removal of the Auditor-General, the Auditor-General or something like that. These are two different words. These are just two different terminologies, and we need for take them as it is. In as much as I totally against that, but it is not illegal for suspend somebody, especially the president. And they appoint the Auditor-General, and if the president get the power for appoint you, he also get the power for fire you or suspend you. So what I don't want for that we do, so especially we would against this suspension. I don't want for make we intermingle these two words, because if we do them, then they distract we from the main thing where we're supposed to focus on, and that is the cover-up where the president and in government they try for do. We now understand what they try for talk about, right? If we continue for intermingle them towards removal and suspension, we put them together, we distract ourselves. Because those people who are defending the president always come and say, oh, they're, whatever. So, now we go to Lucretia again. Lucretia say the international community will get involved. She won't, but people that is work. Okay, I don't understand what location is. Okay, she won't, but people that work will leak it. Okay, Lucretia, I don't understand the last statement, but people then they will read it down, they will understand. Okay, um, yeah. So what have been the time for talk about? Let we not intermingle them towards because they are totally, when it comes to administrative stuff, they are totally different. That one in a temporal, it stops somebody from doing it, that person doing in work temporarily. That no means say you don't pull them. You don't, when you fire somebody, you remove them from your office, then at the cutoff of the in contract, the employment status is cut off, it's stopped. But when you suspend somebody, it still be an employee of that office there, but you just make sure say they perform in duty temporarily until when are done with our investigation. So that is what those people who are defending the president want for use, because they want for distract with. Now their own arguments has to do with removal. No. It's a suspension, but it doesn't matter. It's a cover up. Okay. So those are some of the things where I just want for disagree with some folks. Let we continue for put the pressure, because we as a people are bigger than any government. And we put that government in the power, for God's sake. Are we? A lot of people, they don't know the power of the people in a democratic system. And especially in a modern society, especially a social media society. They don't know at all. So if we able to use we tools them way we don't get today for the betterment of society, you will see the power of the people when a government is incapable of doing its work. You go see that power there. But today, I see a lot of people, and they use their own power, this tool, this social media tool. But in most cases, it's free, all right? And they use this tool for pop up, bad behavior, defend bad politicians, defend bad ideas. It is bad. It is really, really bad. Now, I just want for just look at the time now. Just want for do something here quick. All right. I don't know whether this is correct or not, but I just wanna forgive some breaking news here. We all know say there is election going on as Salon today in Akono constituency 091. I am getting some results here, but I don't know whether these results are actually correct, because the results is coming from some people when are the SLPP folks them. So I don't know how true it is, but anyway, I'm gonna read them for make we all know. One, Abdullah Brahman at the TPNC SLPP won Kono Ward 091 by election. All right. So that's what he say. I don't know. No saying Dr. Mankuta says so. No. I'm just reading what I'm getting from the TPN forum, WhatsApp forum. And Mambo, somebody way I know very well, he gave me some results. Now station 1 na Kayima, SLPP gets 109 votes, APC gets 14, C4C get 1, RUF is 0, the independents na 33. This looks suspicious. Really, this looks suspicious, but I will read that anyway. Information vital, right? So we're not able to filter them out. Station 2, SLPP 148, APC 13, C4C 0, RUFP 0, Independence 53. Station 3, SLPP 148, APC 6, C4C 2, RUFP 0, Independent 27. Station 4, SLPP 114, APC 21, C4C 1, RUFP 0, Independent 39. Kaimaton, Independent APC, so they're not give you the way they call. Okay. All right, so now tally sheets per each polling station plus void vote in station 1, Kaima, NA Barre Center. And I don't know, he say called 3130. He say APC 014, SLPP 109, Independent at 3. I think that the first result we then just send. So there are so many results here. Okay, now another result comes up. We na Bangabaya polling center in Ward 091, polling station number 001. Independence gets 89, RUFP gets 2, C4C gets 3, SLPP gets 60, and APC gets 6. Polling station number 002, Independence gets 105, RUFP. I think these are a little bit very close to the truth, because we know the Independence is actually for the C4C. Guys, the C4C, they don't divide. You know, maybe I will talk a little bit about that, but let me just give you the result. And I just deviate a little because this is not breaking news. I just deviate a little bit on waiting at the main topic we've been talking with this woman from Mecca giving us some polling station result. Now, constituency 091. Okay. Now, the polling station number 002 says the independent candidates were supposed to be the APC candidate, but because the APC Kono people, they not get their acts together. So this independent candidate, Naim Samsumana, recommended to Minkalu Mansari, when the deputy chairman, where Minkalu Mansari also agree with. But what happened? What's that this woman? Calling name, calling name back. That kind of woman, I forget her name, because say the problem between Samsumana, Diana Konomani, this problem na make Diana Konomani, Kalamo Kaba, and Lugus Kuruma, and all the other folks within the Kono people, then gets this internal fighting, we actually caused Samsumana in vice presidency. So this fighting is still continuing. So when this particular seats they asked for nomination, so Samsumana recommended this independent candidate to Minkalu for making be the nominee for that particular constituency there. That's the Diana Konomani then say he been in London. So within we Usmani and Sane called Diana Konomani say, because Diana Konomani and I think the chairman for APC in that area then. So he called him. Diana Konomani actually say no, he don't want this independent candidate. So in young candidate we represents the APC. Another candidate them now the APC go nominate. So what happened? This candidate will turn to independence, way for being the APC nominee. According to what in Uderi, now somebody way popular past this person way Diana Konomani put. So this candidates, in fact, most of the time now we see in a social media campaign and all things. So now the police station now the result now they don't begin cancel. The independent candidates now polling station 002, it gets 105. The RUFP not gets nothing. The C4C gets 3. And the SLPP gets 69. The APC gets 5. And polling station number 003, the independent candidates get 42. The RUFP, is the RUFP still exist? Just too funny. Nothing, 0. The C4C, 0. SLPP, then get 14. The APC, then get 5. What thing they go on with the APC? I don't really, the invalid is 5. So another one they will get first. And another one they will don't get so far. Let me go to station number 3. Station number 3, the APC gets 6. The SLPP gets 148. The C4C then say it get 2. The independent candidate then say it gets 27. The RUFP 0. The void is 1. Okay. All right. So far another one they will get. So let's go back to the topic. That's not just a breaking news. I want for you now. Let me continue with the comments from the people, because I've been telling us say let we interact, right? Matthew Rollins, what's up, my brother? My brother, this suspension or TNAP for aside now employ to hide waiting they inside the Auditor-General in report. But God know they sleep, yeah? Definitely. You know, I don't say the SLPP always they come defend. It's normal, right? It's normal. This is something that is going on every time. You know, when APC in power, we defend whatever we party do, whether they do good or they do wrong, we defend. When the SLPP didn't power, the same thing, and they defend. This now one of the things that we the SLPP for be not show backbone for saying, you know what, the country is better than this. We country is bigger than the presidency itself. A person like this woman, where they don't chastise, you don't prove to the country same. Now a very, very professional auditor and a very, very unbiased. Now then why we all supposed for defend. But you know what? We go defend the SLPP because now we party. We go defend APC because now we party. We left the country, now the code. So you are right. God not sleep. The only thing, they cannot change anything and that way not to this woman here actually authorize that change there. Because if that happened, the woman will able to publish in your reports, whether it get for dinner that office, they not get for day again, it go publish them. And if he publish them, we find out say yes, indeed, changes take place, that's going to be a big problem for this government here. Now, Peter Dauda, at least Madabio has not abused his presidential power by suspending the Auditor-General. Oh, Peter, come on, man. So what do you mean? Because he suspended them, what's not the difference? It is not about the suspension, my brother. It's about the cover-up. When something where you know one for make a common ado and you use your power for intimidate the person where constitutionally, legally speaking, now in supposed for do them thing and they intimidate them to the extent you try for suspend them, that's abuse of power. There's no difference with that, my brother. It's abuse of power. If this happens to the APC, you know the first person we will talk say the APC and they abuse them power. So let's just be sincere here, okay? Now, Lucretia Ban, if it's suspension, if it is suspension, if she should be unpaid because they use the word indefinitely. Seems Lara is not coming back. They should have said temporarily. No, well, no. I don't want for taker. It could be, it could not be. When you say indefinite, it just means say there is no set time for make you come back. So it depends on the people who suspend you. Okay? Because Suspension, technically, it also means temporarily. You are removed temporarily from, or stop you from doing your work temporarily. So indefinitely, it just means there is no set time. So it not necessarily means you don't get for come back. It could be that you know will come again. I don't know how the one they will suspend and what he then decide. Yeah, Abdul Kamal, thank you for the name. Yeah, Diana Konomani. Diana Konomani. All right. We don't know yet what's in the we don't know yet what's in the outcome of that that report. That with you know what? I don't know if I go able to call somebody within a anyway, it's too late now. We will find out. We will find out later. But yeah. That's what we got today. I think say I don't talk what I get for talk. I just wait for if you get any comments, continue for bring your comment, and we will discuss your comment. But I just want to reiterate or summarize waiting I don't talk earlier. Let me start with the fact that the president get the right for suspend or even remove the Auditor-General. You get that right there. I don't think say that's not a debate we get. Michael Basita talks about the method in which this woman was removed. And that he jumped the gun. However, in as much as the president get the right for suspend Taylor Pierce, the objective of that suspension is where the problem is, because the president they try for cover up for things where no one for make it common do. Presumably, allegedly, things them where in self involved with him wife and some members of in government. And a cover up is actually a crime. You know that, right? A cover up is a crime. You cannot do that. Whether you're not president or whatever, you cannot do that. Because if we do that, that's not the end of democracy as we know it today. If we allow the president to cover up certain bad behavior, no matter whether they get for punish or not, at least let it allow for make the person where they do in audits for make it get in report. But when you do a cover up, that in itself is a crime. Okay. The problem, the sorriness of this, the pathetic part of this is when a president commits a crime like this, nobody knows him for hold accountable. Nobody. The ACC, well, me, funnily, I call them anti-corruption commission. Like you anti-corruption commission, not to anti-corruption commission like the way you would call them. Because it just feel bad, especially this ACC today, then they do very good job for prosecute the opponent. But then they do worst job for hold accountable the current government. So, and it can't be say the president now appoints the ACC boss. And the ACC now the only, besides parliament, now the only institution where legally authorized for investigate anybody that happens to it, including the president. Well, we don't say the ACC no will ever do a thorough investigation, because when Chernobyl actually exposed some of the arbitrary expenditures where the first lady been do, the ACC went and tell her and say, you know what, here we go start from 10 years ago. We go start from 10 years ago. And what happen? Then just blame the thing. Then say, we not see any bad things like that because this thing not today it starts. Now yesterday it start. It not mean say because it start yesterday, so therefore not to bad thing. It not mean say because it don't say where it starts, so therefore not to bad thing. But then say I will not see nothing. Because I know same now the first lady will be implicated, and if the first lady is implicated, a man also will be involved. Because the first lady in office, they're under the president in office. You see how the game they play? So, if the president is covering up a crime, who is going to hold the president accountable? Anyone? Can anyone tell me who is going to hold the president accountable when the president commits a crime? Supposed to be two organs. The legislature supposed to hold them accountable, right? That's why we get what they call checks and balances, right? Now government. Some of we do government, right? Checks and balances. The executive, they check the activities of the legislature and the judiciary vis-a-vis the judiciary or the legislature. Then they check each other, the activities, and hold them accountable. But it is a club now. It has been a club. Now, the head of the club is the executive. Unfortunately, the legislature, now in they keep the money. But the executive, now in they spend the money. So therefore, the one where they spend money, they get more power than the one where they keep the money. So it's the funny. I just try for educate people that they don't understand the pathetic part of we governments these days. Now you get the wallet, the legislature. In America or in Western society, the legislature get power. It get a lot of power because now it get the pause. If the legislature says no to a president, that president is weakened. The president will be crippled. That's not the opposite. That's alone. Africa in general. Fortunately. So Madabio in Coverup is a very, very disastrous attempt for destroy democracy in Salon. And the first time this, yeah. Peter says equality Coverup. What about the protection of such things like classified state information? That's two different things, Peter Dawda, they talk so. Two different things. When I say a cover-up, is when the president and in cabinet or in government, they try for intimidate the Auditor-General for making or release a report. You know, get nothing to do with classified information. The report is a public document. Okay, it's a public document, so it's not classified. Every year, this document always they come out before Madabio can have power. Except now that Madabio now the one for classify that report to, and if you do even worse past right now, what's in the go on? The report, the auditor's report is a public document where it's not classified. Nope. So bring another excuse. Mr. Dawda, bring another excuse. But this excuse is not valid. It's a cover-up. It's a cover-up. We shall know very soon why this woman is suspended. We don't know. But the information we don't get so far and the actions of the government is very, very suspicious. It will make, I like you want to give the benefit of the doubt to the president. It will be very hard for making you the benefit of the doubt because the actions actually is too suspicious and it aligns with waiting people in the talk. All right. Lucretia say everybody is afraid to lose their job. Nothing will ever go right. So is silence the key? See, see wrongdoing and don't talk. Keep the truth and save your job. I agree with you 100%, my sister. 100%. And this na the problem there. Because and you not go blame person or you not go blame person. People have to survive. They therefore leave. And some of them they not get no side for get money other than then job you will get. So it would rather stay silent, even if you know say what they happen. Now in your office you wrong. It is stay silent for making able leave. You not go blame them. All right? 100%. You know, we would blame them. So these are some of the things where I get 5 more minutes to go. 8 more minutes. At the end by we on time at 1:30. Eastern time now 2. No, what's Eastern 4:30. No, 3:30 Eastern time. So you within at Eastern time at 3:30 at the end. We on time now, so I just get 8 minutes more for go. But these are some of the things I want to discuss today. Mother Bio, it disappoints a lot of we be one and the benefit of the doubt with you know, we don't say it came at a time when social media just exploded. Yes, during the time of Ernest by Corona, social media been there, but mostly, you know, now then typical social media people like we so because some of we start this social media communication or discussion during the time of Yahoo, Google Group. A lot of now know about Google Group, right? This were the two most popular social media group. That's on the Facebook. Facebook, I don't think say yeah, Facebook been there, but not too much. Not they use them too much. But these were the two main communication tools for social media. What would be they use? Say at the end of an exclamation in time, WhatsApp just exploded. And now Mother Bioka meet up WhatsApp explosion and the power of that social media then it put her in a very, very difficult position because salon leaders they're not used to them kind open minded and criticisms them at all, before. So it put her in a very bad situation. But at the end of the day, uh, you get for be sincere with the people. Peter Dowda say Mother Bio is doing everything to protect his wife and Paupa. I agree. I agree. But at what expense? At the expense of the country where it is governed? Hmm? At the expense, first of all, Mother Bio, if you want for protecting wealth, you get for protecting wealth, say, yes, you are a first lady, be careful what you do because you are not elected. Now, your power actually come through me. So therefore, anything way they do, they only affect you, it affects me as the president. Your power dependent on me own power. If I lose power, you lose your power. Your first lady power we get is meaningless. This is not the thing we will be trying for tell Mother Bill so many times. But when then came the power, this woman became so enacted, so hyper to the extent that it cause people them na social media, it talk all kinds of things, it behave in a way now the first time this way would they see a first lady they behave so even to the extent some of in counterpart first ladies they tell and say no mix me pan what you did pan like the first lady of Nigeria at one time tell and say that case where you get here and that just all and they no can mix me there. So you see the gin don't come on at the table and at the bottle. How Mother you go take this gin and put them back? Well, he left to Ramo. He left to her. Lucretia says Mother has all the rights to protect his party and his wife from corruption. Uh, well, he's supposed for prevent his wife and his party from committing corruption. He's supposed to prevent them from corrupt practices. So you're not supposed to protect them. Like what they try to do right now. Oh, sorry. So anyway, that's not the point. So what I've been trying to talk about. Might be you made a mistake. I understand. You wife now you wife. You get for gear the best way you get for gear, especially somebody will help you. And that woman they fought very hard during the campaign with Madabio, all this type of thing. Don't born I think now two picking them, I don't know, two picking them, beautiful picking them. So all them factors in the people like we so we understand them. But politics is politics. The moment you expose yourself into a political environment, first of all, you become a target. That's number one. And the moment you become a target, all eyes are on you. Okay? Imagine the first lady, the Sia Nema Koroma. If you been to do something with, not if, in fact, Sia Koroma been to do so many things them within in your office. No, Sia Lena not be even know. And a few people that know will not be know because you know what? The president actually put a line of demarcation for protecting wealth from being sucked into politics. Might have been another one that he failed for do. Maybe he tried in level best because I did see some differences between Sia Koroma and Fatima Bio. Sia Koroma na somebody way na immature woman, na woman way no they seek for attention, na woman way for talk self. For talk self, they talk so no more. So not be exposing himself to the political bickering we've been go on during in man in tenure. So that was very, very great. And compare that to Fatima Bio. Fatima Bio in an actress. I was actually director, film director anyway. Fatima Bio na actress. And an actress, they look at things in a fictional way. Because everything way they do in a fiction. So now that mentality they it come with na politics. Where it can be the first lady. An actress now somebody who will want for always they seek attention. Because that's not part of in profession. For seek attention. Okay? So he gets this mentality and he come into politics. And a man not try for Shilam, or maybe the man try for Shilam, but Fatima Abiyo is so out of control that the man says not able for Shilam out. And now, at the first time this way, a report, well, not, I'm talking about the government. First government this where a report actually implicates the first lady. No. You know why? Because you expose yourself. You expose yourself. For be non-calm, do things quietly. I'm not saying you should not express your views because that will be that will be something we enough fear to the first lady. He express himself, but he stay away from controversial stuff there. You know, Duam? In fact, she is so much, obsessed with controversies. To Ram, controversies make people then they think say it's still there around. You know, like them spoiled child them. Sometimes we they forget what I say, hey, I'm right here. Don't forget me. That's not the problem with the first lady. She's beautiful, she's young, and that's probably another factor. You know, young and beautiful, fine, beautiful kids, you want to tell the world, say, she is the first lady of Sierra Leone. Unfortunately, things are not working the way it's supposed to work. All right. Musa Conte say, there is no way Madabio has the gumption to stop his wife from the power drunk that caught up with her. In fact, it almost seems like Madabio's mission to become president is grounded on impressing Fatima to stay with him. His action exposes his clear interest at the detriment of the citizenry. Well, um, okay, I agree with you. No, let me remove Lara now because this now we just talk. I agree with you, Musa. When I look at the behavior of the first lady, and I turn, I look at the man in action for make it able for stop from the very beginning when they encounter power because the symptoms were all over. The symptoms were very all over. You understand? So it seems like either Madabio want for impress a wife. Well, I don't know if not impress is the best way because he don't marry that already. I don't think say impress is the best word I for use. I for use say he want for give a free hand for make him wife do whatever he like for do, and that is a mistake. That is where the mistake come from. Because in this toxic environment, you as the husband is responsible for protecting your wife. And the first protection comes from telling your wife that this is politics. It's very, very dangerous, especially on social media. Be careful what you say, be careful what you do, because at the end of the day, then go use that against you. So that is where the problem is. Now, Lucretia saying, age does not make you mature. It's your behavior. I agree with you. I agree with you, but experience is also very paramount to the behavior of somebody. You know that, right? Experience. And most often, experience age comes with experience. So maybe the woman just too hyper. And nobody know the way they look at that woman, where they like her. To be honest with you, she's one of the most beautiful first ladies we don't get. Anybody when they see that woman, they will like her. But the beauty of our first lady comes with responsibility for make the country be proud, for say yes, she is our first lady. Look at our first lady. First lady know the good thing, now begin they go talk to him. The only people their way na pure Sierra Leoneans na the SLPP. Are you kidding me? That's immaturity. That's immaturity. Anyway, now we go to Musa Conte again. Oh, yeah, I don't know this. Okay. Yeah, that's immaturity, to be honest with you. The first lady of Sierra Leone, the most beautiful lady, as a first lady, in they go to na public international platform, they go talk say, me, I will cut you whatever. I not get the mind for all them kind of thing and they say. This is the first lady we talk about. So right there, the first lady don't put himself in arm's way, where everybody now they go after her. Everybody they go after her. Because a man where now President Bio not able for protect him by telling her to stay away from politics. And now the report now a name mentioned at the report. First, from where this woman begin to report. I don't know. But now the first time this way I seen the first lady is implicated on this audit report here. You get 1.5 years, Mr. President. I don't know if you get enough time for make for reverse the trend where the country they go. But I dey pray God for you for make you able to succeed. Me na APC, but everybody know how it are they. And now this platform, I know they criticize somebody, leaders them. When I they criticize you, I they also pray for you, I they also give you the solution where I think say it better for you. And before I go, I go give myself another 5 or 10 minutes for make I talk about some very important thing. But before that, let me just conclude what I the type for talk. So any Sierra Leonean, be you APC member, SLPP member, NGC member, PDP, whatever political party, we know they pray for the president, whether the president na SLPP, the president na APC, the president na whatever political party he come from. We know they pray for the success of the president. Is not a patriotic Sierra Leonean. Because we all know, say, the president is a temporary figure representing the country. The success of the president, go down to the general public. So I no go ever pray for make the president fail. I no will ever do that. I could one day be the president of that country, and I want for make I succeed, and I want for let people them pray for me for make I succeed if I become the president of Sierra Leone. So, if I want that for myself, I also want that for whoever is there now. So, we pray for you, Mr. President. Things are not going the right way. To be honest with you, it's very terrible. Very terrible. I think you need for look at your cabinet and try for do some shuffling. Sometimes not to everybody where they support you will able to take position. There are people outside of you SLPP party we capable, like waiting President Tijan Kababindu. He tried for form at least in some way a government of national unity. President Sanis Baikoroma at least try for bring some SLPP folks also. So how the best way you go able to do now then kind thing and you know go run a successful government without bringing everybody together. It's practically impossible. It's not going to happen. But that make you see that mistakes. Sir. Most of the people that waste around you, they're all not drunk. I'm not talking about literally. Now, power drunk people there, and some of them then they come with this vengeance. This minister way na APC minister so they he been doing me so now me na minister so they can revenge, they can chongi. Now in the course, now in they make them missteps here so. So think about that as a president. Hey, this na advice wey na sincere advice from an opposition party member. So think about that. The people that will surround you, I understand. Now they fight for you, for make you kind of power. But not to everybody na leader. Not to everybody able to take positions where go be successful. So if you're only looking at the people that will support you during your campaign, and then people that you know more you care about, and you left 99.9% of the people of Sierra Leone, you will fail. And this is the symptoms of that. Anyway, now we go to Peter before I do my conclusion. The only people that are not happy with the current government are the APC. Come on, man. Peter, come on. Mr. Dowda, come on. Now the APC no more. I swear to God, there are a lot of SLPP where I know. Then they're afraid for talk because probably they are being, chain, whatever, and they're afraid anyway. A lot of SLPP. We're not happy too. The only, I think, let me reverse this. The only people we're happy with this government, this current government, the way things then they go, now the one that way na SLPP, way they na power. That's a fact. There are people where they whisper to me, hey, Dr. Mankota, me na SLPP, but they tell you for free, the way things then they go, Mrs. F not happy. I know we'll come and talk, but I have a lot of those people that are telling me that. And they don't need for tell me that. You go to salon, you go see. If a bag of rice is now 500,000 leons, you think say now only APC they buy a bag of rice 500,000 leons, the SLPP they buy 300,000 or 200,000? No, everybody at the country. So saying that the only people who are not happy is the APC is just incorrect, Peter Dowda. Because when the hardship come to the country, it affects everybody. Whether you're not SLPP, you're not APC, it affects everybody. So bring another excuse. Now, I think say Lucretia and Peter, and then they watch na YouTube, so now then they go back and forth. Now, Lucretia say she is not the most beautiful woman. Mother has Nancy that is beautiful than her. That was the one Mother Bio campaign with 2012. Okay. I don't know. I'm just talking, man. When you get a first lady, the mother of the country, at least you need for praise. No, besides praise, she's very beautiful. That's my fact. That's my fact. But my wife, fine person more. My wife fine person actually. Far away. Far away. All right. Okay. Lucretia, say Fatima cannot control her behavior. I am not a party member. I think it just too hyper anyway. That's my fact. She was an actress. What do you expect? Attention seeking. Actors are attention seekers, right? Just too hyper. Now, the last thing I want for can do, I want to tell you before I close this is this is also another advice. I don't say right today this government's not get good advisors. So we that the opposition will be able we advise the government. We advise them. A lot of people where they do importation, export and imports, salon and the diaspora, the way they send things that country, then they grumble too much. Some of them may want to do a special program about that. Now this program here, we the prices of commodities. Yeah. I know say people like Peter Dowda, they can't tell me say, well, this now a global something. I understand that. Just hold on for now, Peter Dowda. hold on. Let me just say something. The prices of commodities in that country is becoming uncontrollable. I know say this not start with a mother bio, for take just few group of people, wey mostly na Lebanese dem, give them contract, give them license for make the import, especially the staple food like rice, that country dey. E very, very wrong. E very, very wrong. I know say na Madabio start do am o. This na something wey start from even Tijankaba in time. E continue with Anes Koroma, and now e continue with Madabio. It's very, very wrong. We know wetin are the effects of monopoly. Anybody wey do economics, basic economics, you go know say monopoly is very bad for a society. When one great person get the power for determine the price of a commodity, and I the only person where they produce them commodities, then they exploit the people. So this is not the first mistake we government, the subsequent governments, and including Madabio. So now anything we are talking about the previous government are just a reference, but this is specifically for Madabio. It's very, very wrong. You need to open up, especially the staple food, since we not get the power age for supply food from local producers. You need to open up the importation of staple food. That's number one. The second problem is the seaport was a key. The taxes then way people in the levy now, that was a key day, then the levy now for the one the way they import food salon. It's just too ridiculous. And you don't go blame somebody. If I buy something for a bag of rice outside for let's say $20, okay, then the tax where I can't pay now what I can another $20 or $25. Already I don't spend $45. Okay. So how much you want me for make a sell that one bag of rice then? You see the point where I decide for make? So the first thing where I advise the president, when I take a look at the taxes now what I keep, or when I able to put them down. If when I put the taxes now what I keep, a lot of commodities in the camp, because people then they know say the taxes now what I keep, they know they pay too much, you know they kill them. So then they continue, and then they be happy for bring more. Now so Guinea been do. I don't know now if not the same thing, but now so Guinea been do. In fact, Guinea been get a free port. You get specific fixed amount where you pay. That's it, and a small amount. So if I think we need for do an salon, if we want for reduce the prices where they go up in that country, then do that. If you do that, then try for implement certain price control, especially certain people. Pepper, where would they get now upline? All they go up. Well, some people then say, well, this not even important something. It's now then they produce it within the country. But the problem where you don't know is the person where they go buy that pepper there, they get for load per motor car. How much for gas? For gas? How they call them petrol? Now that's alone. How much for petrol? Petrol don't go up, not so. So they get for charge expensive for bring that pepper in na free tongue. And considering all them charges, then fees, and the way they pay the transportation and all those type of things, the pepper get for go up. So you see, commodities are connected, interrelated. If you see you're not able to control one thing, especially something we get for do with general stuff like petrol and taxes and and all those type of things, it affect even the local products them. So the question I want to ask Madam you, listen, why you kind of power in 2018? You been you been go around at the country, they talk about agriculture, and even we they see so many videos there where people and they plant and all those type of things. What happened with them farms then? Right now, them farms are not able for supply at least um, one district where we able to make the prices of rice they go down. At least one district. What's happening with their farms then? Or was it just a political, propaganda or what? I don't think so. I think say those farms are still there. Where the rest? In fact, now just today I see. Um, hold on. I think I can get it from here. Let me just hold them call. Just today, I see um, somebody they tell me about boiled rice or something. Okay, let me let me just play this for now.
Don't bust na the market. Una where they sell per boy 500,000. He left per una. 500,000 for bag. Una they make una company salon, they suffer. He left per una per boy don't bust na tom. This year so, you know near. You know near 400,000. So he left per una. Una must buy and back una keep away done. Then una begin make una company salon man suffer.
Okay, so this now an audio, a video where I received earlier today, where one woman they show red bag rice, a lot of red bag rice. Where can I show this? Let me hold on. I think I can show that, right? Hold on. Let me remove. Let me remove this one first. Let me just play it again. Let's see.
Don't bust na the market. Una where they sell per boy 500,000. He left per una. 500,000 for bag. Una they make una company salon, they suffer. He left per una per boy don't bust na tom. This year so, you know near. You know near 400. Don't bust na the market. Una where they sell per boy 500,000.
All right. So what's in a parboil rice? What's in a parboil rice? This now the Chinese rice or what? Can you guys tell me what's it down they mean parboil rice? Parboil rice. Now this na local produce or na import rice? And I see a lot of this na boku rice. So to be honest with you, this na boku rice. It depends on one store. Na boku rice this. It seems like I don't know. See, yeah, it seems like a lot of rice here. You get the white one at the back, you get the red one at the front. I don't know who's rice this, but be careful. Oh, from Asia, imported rice. Aha. Thank you very much. Let me just remove the rest now. Let me just remove this. Thank you very much, Abdul Kamara. This rice is from Asia. Now I want to talk. Be careful, be careful. When I know say the Chinese, then they do plastic and they make plastic rice. Then they make the plastic, then they turn into rice, like rice. So be careful, be careful, be careful. The government need for protect the people, not to everything they seem. They think say now the best way that one day the government. I don't know if the government get any idea about them. Let's see how they talk about so. But we don't see so many instances, so many videos where the Chinese then they make them plastic here, then they melt them and then what they call them into rest, small rest, bubble rest them. So we gotta be careful. I know say things are very hard in that country, but not to everything when I get for accept at all. I'm not saying these are the rest, the plastic rest what they talk about. I'm just trying to caution we people them because anything happen to una, it a very bad thing for we all. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Ajibujalo. Okay, let me just what them call. Ajibujalo say plastic red dog. The statement cannot come from you. Yeah. Okay. I like for what they call let me search on that Ajibu. Let us search on that. Let us see. Let me go to YouTube. Just wait. Let me do the search and that. Would they read? Don't know the let me see. Okay, let me bring it out. I think I don't make my points clear now. Okay. So Ajibujalo, I know say probably not something we don't know. So be careful. Waiting as alone. Not to every rest you get for it no more. But that's not something we don't know about for a very long time. In fact, I think Abdul Kamal and I think he even did the YouTube what they call like that. Right, let we go to Musa. Musa say that is true, dog. Prayer is supposed to formulate our behaviors and to some extent give us God's grace and wisdom. But the fact remains, when a president already clearly draw a line between them and us, it is difficult for prayers from citizens to be genuine and penetrable enough to reach the leadership. From the day of Mada inception to power, his focus is done on his next term in office and his determination to get back a second term without anything to show for it the first time is by and whatever. All right, it is social media prank, dog. The cost of making plastic rice and shipping it is much more than growing rice as we know. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Plastic is everywhere. The easiest way for get actually is a plastic. So I don't know. Just imagine you get for spend 3 months for get a 1 acre rest. You get for wood and color you get for do the weeding and all those type of things. Say you don't, then you get for harvest time. Come on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So now just be careful. And anyway, all right. So yeah, I say it's social media prank. The cost of making plastic rice and shipping it is much more than growing rice as we know it. I don't know, Ajibu. Take a do a thorough research on this because not for the first time this normal, something where it looks like because we sometimes don't buy rice where you cook them, sometimes when you try for burn them, they see the burn, they broke. I don't know. I'm not saying a plastic rice, but very very suspicious.
Don't bust na the market. Una where they sell per boy 500,000. It left per una. 500,000 for bag. Una they make.
Sorry guys. So that's it for this program today. I just want to thank everybody who participate in this program, and it's wonderful. It's actually wonderful. I like it. I like when people then they interact with me and give their own opinion. It's very very great. It make we better people because I'm not infallible. I'm not perfect. So also you. So but when we interact, they learn from you. They learn from me. It makes us better people, right? Just want to make the president follow that steps there. Don't just surround yourself with these CSR people. These are people that they make you a better person. There is no need. You know what are the purpose of advisors? For make them advise you on things where you don't know about, or things where originally you don't know whether they're true or not. Otherwise, if anything where the president say everybody they just they come and say yes, you don't need advisors. No way. You don't need advisors. So be careful, okay, Mr. President. We pray for you. May God make you succeed. Because if you succeed, now the people now they succeed. If the people succeed, we all succeed. When I get for dinner power, probably not the first time that one day. Probably at the second that one day, we probably saloon get for change to the better because I'm not so fanatic. In fact, some people that I remember during the time of the APC party when we did a power, some people they call me, they say me a pacifist. One of my friends say, "Man, are you a pacifist?" I said, "Not a pacifism. I just probably get a different way of playing my own politics because, come on, man, we are interconnected. So nobody will tell me. I get so many genes in my blood, way different from probably my own tribe. I don't even know. So we are connected. So let's take the country first. That green, white, and blue are the most important. Everything else they beneath it. So thank you very much, guys, for una participation. Let's continue next week, and let's pray for we leaders them for make them change. If they're willing for change, if they're not willing for change, let the people then change so that then we're able to change the leaders and they are not willing for change. Leaders are not there, we're not them perfect. So I know they expect the leader for be 100% perfect. I they expect the leader for make it try a level best for be perfect. And make it show to the people then say it's sincere. That's all I'm looking for. Sincerity and effort. When you get them two things, then people then go sympathize with you. I let other people then talk. It doesn't matter. And they sympathize with you. All right? Good night.